What's up?
What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday. It is the SmokeSesh with Chris.
And Chris.
And Chris. We're here. It's fucking Long Island. It's Saturday afternoon. It is, I don't even know what today is, man. Is it
25th.
August? Oh,
no, not
July,
yet. July 25th.
July 25th. Fucking summer's moving along, whether we like it to or not. We are here. We are smoking out of the fucking Brutal Glass 7.0 millimeter. That's our official sponsor, as usual, guys. BrutalGlass.com. Check them out of all the fucking, for all the sickest death metal and heavy metal related smoking devices. What's going on?
Nothing, man. We got a good show lined up today. We got our buddies from Kurnugia coming in, Paul and Chris. Anybody who's in the underground knows Paul and Chris. I mean, they've been around forever. Great guys.
OGs in the scene in the Midwest.
Yeah, and they're making Ohio proud with their new album, and you'll check some of that out, and we'll talk to them about the album, about what they're up to doing, and stuff like that.
Cool.
And we also have a hot sauce challenge coming up. My nephew's actually inside on the floor gasping after trying one of the hot sauces. Chris and I have not tried them yet, so
we're looking forward to that.
We're going to see what happens.
Well, yeah, we used your nephew as a test subject, and it did not go well.
No, the ambulance is on its way. He laughed when he said...
He was like, oh, it tastes good, and then 30 seconds later, he was like, okay, it hurts.
So listen, Regis Philbin died, huh?
I did, like an hour ago. What the fuck, man?
man?
Cheers to the Reg, man.
Love Regis.
Big part of my childhood. My parents, well, my mom certainly loved him. My parents worked when I was a kid, so I used to spend like my mornings and afternoons at my grandparents' house.
Yeah, man.
And they always had Regis on every goddamn morning.
He always had a twinkle in his eye, and he always made you feel good.
And he was involved in a lot of early WWE stuff at the WrestleManias and shit.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah, he was like, one of the on-air personalities. You know?
Nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I always had mad love for him. So cheers to Regis, man.
Also, for me personally, it's a bit of a sad day because Peter Green from Fleetwood Mac died. The dude wrote the Bible of blues riffs. He was a great... If any of you people like early Fleetwood Mac, like I do, and like Paul, who's coming up, I was going to actually wear the Fleetwood Mac shirt that he gave me, but I forgot. Peter Green's great.
Peter Green gave you a Fleetwood Mac shirt?
Paul gave me... I wish Peter Green gave me a Fleetwood Mac shirt.
Kirk Hammett has Peter Green's guitars, you know that?
I believe it. If Jeremy Wagner doesn't have them.
No, he's got all the Leonard Skinner shit.
Right. So, interesting fact, for some of you who don't know Peter Green and early Fleetwood Mac, Judas Priest does a very famous cover called Green Manalishi. That's Peter Green.
I only found out recently that was a cover of another song.
Yeah, it's a Fleetwood Mac song. Fleetwood Mac used to be really heavy, and a lot of people don't realize that.
Like Blue Cheer era?
Like Blue Cheer heavy, like that.
Yeah.
You know, really bluesy, really heavy, distorted, loud, all that stuff.
It's my least favorite way to describe a band, though, bluesy.
I know.
Makes me never want to listen to it in a million years.
Oh, then you don't want to listen to Black Sabbath because it's just blues.
I know. Don't fucking remind me.
And half IB is blues.
I know, don't remind me.
So, what else is going on? Let's see.
We're fucking smoking today. What are you smoking on? Is that the usual?
It's my usual Diesel Unlimited Maduro, but I'm pairing it with something a little different today. Balvenie Doublewood Caribbean Cask. So it's a Scotch, single malt Scotch, and it is fantastic. And I probably won't be walking by the end of the episode.
Hey man, we've had 2 shows in Scotland canceled at this point in our career.
It sucks, man.
We haven't been there yet, man. So anybody got any Scotland connects when we're allowed to tour again, hit us up, man. We'd love to fucking play Edinburgh.
I just want to play Scotland. I want to drink whiskey. I know that you would drink some. I know that Steve Worley and me would be in a big
Steve's
trouble.
a fucking professional.
Yeah.
Kyle's a professional. Ryan, I've seen put him down in the short time he's been in the band.
And slice his wrists open.
I've seen him get lit and act a fool. But
What's up, Trigger?
I can't do it, man. I had a good tolerance to tequila for a little while, but that kind of wore off, and just makes me act like a fucking jerk off when I drink. So.
Oh. Hey, Billy, a.k.a. Trigger, if you missed it, I'm getting sauced on Balvenie Doublewood.
14 years old.
14-year-old.
Just how I like them.
Get your girlfriend to buy it.
I mean, the drinks. That's how I like my whiskey.
Get your girlfriend to buy it. She's going to love it. And tomorrow morning, we better do some level 4s, baby. We didn't do enough this morning. So, somebody asked me a question. I'm getting a lot of questions about Voracious Contempt, Extinction of Benevolence and Driven to Conquer, are they ever going to be re-released?
I love those CDs.
I'm getting a million emails about them. I can't keep up with the emails. Yes, they're going to get re-released. We have a lot of legal bullshit to go through. We're going and we're making forward progress, so we'll get there. You just got to be patient. It's going to come out on vinyl. Probably when I die, so when my funeral, Chris will be selling them at my funeral.
I'll be DJing
Yeah.
on the ones and twos at his funeral. I'll have Voracious Contempt and Driven to Conquer.
Exactly. So
Fuck you. Fuck you.
So today's like an old school day. So I'm gonna ask Chris an old school question.
Hit me, baby. Holy shit! I almost burnt my fucking face off with this thing.
All right.
Is
Here's
my eyebrow still there?
yeah. It smells though.
Holy
You
fuck.
singed it for sure. How much for the couch? Which couch? What couch are you talking about, Tanner? Are you on drugs? All right. So an old school question.
Hit me.
What is the first music shirt you bought?
Music shirt.
Shirt,
Wow.
like band shirt or whatever. What is the first one you bought?
That's a sick question, man. I actually don't know because I'm sure. I want to say that my parents had probably got me like a Paul McCartney shirt or something. We saw them when I was like 5 or 6 at the Garden or whatever,
okay.
or a Giant Stadium.
Fair
but I mean,
enough.
the first one that I ever bought
Yeah, the first one that you ever bought.
had to be like Ride the Lightning in like 6th grade or something.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Ride the Lightning shirt.
I bought the first shirt I bought. I wish I still had it. Was Black Sabbath Never Say Die. It was a light blue shirt with the 2 pilots on it, and I bought it in, I don't know, 4th grade. It was 1978 when the album came out.
Wow.
Yeah, I bought that. I wore it like every day to school, and people thought I was strange because I was wearing a giant cross to school. I stole my mother. My mother had this this silver cross that she bought in Brazil that was literally this high, and I stole it from her, and I wore it to school every day.
You need to wear that again on stage.
I know. I got to wear some Wyoming shit on stage, but whatever. All right, Jim Lingenfelder said Metallica Justice was his first shirt.
That's fucking awesome.
I'm sure a lot of people watching Metallica was their first shirt. John, that I remember that Van. Was it the yellowish on a black shirt, the Van Halen logo? I had a Van Halen logo that was kind of rainbowish, like it was yellow and it had like some blue in it and stuff like that, and it was just a Van Halen logo. I bought that early '80s, I think.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, I loved Van Halen's great, man.
It was weird, dude. I got into like traditional rock metal stuff first. I was into like Metallica and Alice in Chains by the time I was in like 5th, 6th grade. But then I took a weird left turn when I found Nine Inch Nails. I wanted to find all the other stuff that sounded like Nine Inch Nails. So I got into like Skinny Puppy and Frontline Assembly and a bunch of underground industrial and techno and shit. And then I took the other turn into death metal by like 8th, 9th grade.
Right.
So it was weird. I was actually into techno and industrial 7th, 8th grade. And then I found like Obituary and Deicide in like summer '98.
And then everything changed.
And then death metal changed for me after
Right,
that.
right.
But before I was even into death metal, I had, Frontline Assembly and Howjob and Wumpscut and these fucking super esoteric underground industrial bands because of None of the Above, the record store here in Center Reach.
Oh my God, that was the
that
greatest
you used to work
place.
at, that Sean Bell used to work at, that I used to work at, and they used to just have crazy underground shit. And you weren't going in there looking for a Machine Head shirt. You went in there and you saw Skinny Puppy, you saw PAL, you saw Frontline Assembly, you saw Me Beat Manifesto.
PAL, the Police Athletic League?
No,
you mean
like,
PIL?
No, PAL. I swear to God, they were like a. I
don't know them.
I think they're on Ant Zen Records. They're like a harsh rhythmic noise band. And like,
Okay.
It's bizarre to find that earlier than death metal as a kid. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just wanted to listen to shit that sounded like Nine Inch Nails, and I took a sharp left turn.
That's awesome.
With some of the kids that I was going to high school with, the Anderson brothers and this kid Chris Facino that was Without Remorse's first bass player.
The Anderson brothers sound like a wrestling team.
They are. No, they were cool as fuck, Scott and Roy, and they showed me a lot of weird underground shit before I was even into death metal proper.
That's
Pretty
awesome.
strange. So I had like Nine Inch Nails shirts and shit like that before I even got my first Obituary shirt.
That's awesome. Hey, shout out to Tom from Cardiac Arrest. New album's awesome, dude. I've been listening to it on YouTube. I'm going to get the physical copy.
That's like one of those bands with the name that my mother would be like, Cardiac Arrest, real nice, Christopher.
Tom's a good man, dude. I don't get to see him much. He shows up at our shows, and in Europe on our first tour, I ended up sitting on a park bench drinking with him, or at a picnic table, I think it was, right? We had a good time there. I think it was
They're American band?
Yeah. Chicago area.
Right.
He works a lot, so
Very cool.
I'm happy he's watching. Thanks for watching, man. I appreciate it, brother. And cheers on the new album. And that review's awesome. You know, you guys are the slayer of death metal. That's not a bad compliment.
That's a nice compliment.
I want to do a little house cleaning here, or a little housekeeping here. If you guys aren't on our Instagram page, please go and like our follow us on Instagram, internalbleeding.com.
Follow us
Instagram,
all.
yeah, follow all our stuff. We'd appreciate it.
Follow all the fucking accounts, man. Follow our personal accounts and shit for exclusive pics and, you know, updates and shit. I'm always posting pics and videos of fucking little riffs I'm working on and shit that don't necessarily make it to the IB pages.
Right. You know, the Internal Bleeding website, I don't know if any of you guys know, it has the whole band history. It has tons of great photos that aren't really released. There's all kinds of cool stuff in there. So
exclusive merch that we get paid from.
Yeah, so check it out and enjoy it. And please, like I said, make sure you follow us on Instagram and follow us on Facebook. If you haven't clicked that like button and you're watching this, make sure you click that like button, all right?
Steve looks jacked in that picture.
Steve is jacked.
I know, dude. Sometimes I see his fucking arms. I'm like, damn.
And he's got that big vein in his head.
Kid's tough, man.
Yeah,
I miss him. I miss all my boys in IB, man.
I know.
I miss all you guys,
too.
man. We literally have not all been in a fucking room together since January 30th, I believe.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
We got close on July 4th, but Kyle couldn't make it. Hey, Maureen, is Oscar watching or no? We need to know because I have a little special thing for him.
Oscar's the man.
Oscar's the man. I hope he's feeling better. He better be. You know. Anyway, question. Name a metal band that everyone seems to like but you can't get into.
That's a great question. I mean, there's a lot of them, unfortunately, for me.
Tomb Mold. I don't like them. Everybody seems to like them.
I never heard them. Sean Bell likes them, so I assume they're like old schooly sounding.
Yeah, they're very old schooling sounding.
Oh, Deftones, dude. Everybody shits their fucking pants over this band, and every time I'm just like, what?
Yeah, everybody likes what? White Pony or White Horse or whatever. Yeah,
horse shit.
It's not
and death metal wise, I break too many hearts if I really told you who I didn't like. So.
Well, it's everybody.
Yeah.
So.
Everybody but Dying Fetus and Misery Index.
Oh man. Well, whatever. So, what else? We got that's a good question. We got about 4 minutes before those guys call in. Okay, what band do you have the most shirts of?
Metallica. I probably have 50 or 60 Metallica shirts, and I probably lost a bunch over the years too. And then I have saved all my Fetus stuff over the years, all my Misery Index stuff, all my IB stuff, all the stuff that had to do with Revenants and Without Remorse, all the Punch Your Face shit. I have a ton of those, but definitely 50 or 60 Without Remorse. Metallica shirts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you still have them all?
Yeah, my parents' basement. They're cool. Let me keep them there in a fucking couple of Tupperware boxes.
Oh, nice. Oscar!
Rubbermaid boxes.
Look at the crawl on the bottom of the screen. I made that just for you, buddy. So make sure you look at it. There you go. That one's for Oscar. Oscar Ocampo and his wife Maureen are two of the coolest people on the planet. We love them dearly.
From fans to friends.
Yep. From fans to friends. That's very nice. That should be an album.
Not by us.
No, but I wanted to name our next album Scissor. Or Carrot.
I like Carrot.
Just something
bathtub.
stupid. Bathtub. I think that'd be funny. Anyway.
Sandwich, the album.
Oh, God. So, yeah, Oscar is the mayor. I gave him that nickname because Oscar doesn't really drink, and he kind of, here.
Yeah.
He kind of goes around at shows and makes sure everybody's okay, and everybody loves him. And
couldn't be cooler.
Yeah, he's cool. I'm so happy that I got a chance to take him to the beach, to a car show in the Barracuda, along with his wife. It was one of the best times of my life. I just love you guys, so cheers to you. Chris, what's up, brother? You're always here. Appreciate the watching.
Cheers again to Brutal Glass for sending us this lovely 7mm piece. It is incredibly cool to be on their roster as a recognized marijuana smoker.
Right. Nice.
It's pretty neat, man. It's pretty cool.
I love I love how thick the glass is.
This is not a gas station piece, man. This is legit heavy stuff. Built well. Oh, and now Prevelis' son is out here, and now I'm probably going to get CPS.
What are you doing, James?
Nothing.
What can we do for you, pal?
I don't have anything.
All right,
No-
well then
no
get
pets
off.
today, thank God.
Either get on the camera or get out of here.
Hop in real quick. No?
Nope, he's too afraid. My son's too
Big Jim.
afraid to get Big Jim.
Anyway,
We used to call.
yeah, we got the boys calling in a
There I
few.
go.
There he is.
Oh, he just ran by. That was my son. He's a pain in the ass, but I love him dearly.
Yep. And I take that. I take that gladly.
Hey, Torture Crips watching. What's up? Gotta love it, man. I'm hanging out at your studio in the early 90s and going across the street to Wawa and getting sandwiches while you guys jammed and hanging out with everybody as some of the best times of my life, man. Hanging out at the Torture Crips studio, and I think Ripping Corpse was across the studio way, and Latch Shaw was across. So many great bands were all playing in the same place. It was one of the coolest
New Jersey
things.
or Pennsylvania?
New Jersey. Used to go down there every weekend almost to hang out with those guys.
Cool.
Yeah, well, it was good to be 20 and be able to stay up for fucking 9,000 hours.
Dude, believe me, I know. When we were young cats, without remorse and revenants, we shared a studio space in Colin from Revenance's garage, you know? And each band would practice 4 nights a week, minimum. And we'd just be up there chilling. And that's how we honed our shit. And we got really fucking good. We went from being shitty local bands to being pretty good shitty local bands. You know what I mean?
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah, but we got tight as fuck, dude. Remember playing every night with your fucking buds?
Yeah, I
Now
do.
we know we have to do it twice a year. It sucks ass, dude.
Yeah, that was, yeah, it does suck, man. It drives me crazy. We should have those guys calling in. I was having a little technical difficulty with Skype.
Always something.
It's always something. So we should have them in a minute or two. Paul, if you're watching, make sure you call in now because I got Skype up. It's crashed a couple of times. I don't know why. It's always something. Hey, John, what's up, man? There we go. Paul's calling in.
All right.
So here we go.
What's that mean? Look at that.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, brother?
How you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah?
All right. Good to see you
Yeah,
guys.
chilling, man. We got some IB bourbon going on here. I don't know if this is up to your standards, but we're working on it.
It's all right. It's all right.
That's a good one.
No complaints. No complaints. So, listen, why did all of a sudden you disappear, Chris? Oh, wait.
Oh, am I behind the graphics?
There you are.
Hey.
Why did the camera change? I don't know. We had a little camera difficulty, but...
I think this happened last time we had the picture-in-picture.
All right. So, all right. So, guys, why don't you guys introduce yourselves and let us know... Chris, I mean, your background is out of control.
Oh, shit.
Hey, shut off.
Lost your audio a little bit there. What's that?
Shut off your face. If you have Facebook open, shut it off.
Shut it. It's off.
All right. So, Chris,
Sounds good, I think.
Yes.
you have an incredible death metal history.
Thanks.
You do, man. You're brother. You're a legend, and a lot of people don't realize it. Why don't you go through all the bands that you've been in, and who you played with?
Okay.
All of them. Don't miss any.
Right. And I did the hardcore thing here in the 90s too, and up and through the 2000s also. So I also have history there as well. But
Very cool.
I'll just go through the years, I guess. The early stuff was Decrepit back from 91 to 97. And Dwayne Morris, who was in Kurnugia at one point, Paul replaced. He was in Balmer, the original lineup back in the 90s.
I kind of just follow Dwayne's band history. What I do.
That's awesome.
When he left in Balmer, Dwayne left in Balmer, we were already trying to get Decrepit together, but it was only me and the singer, and we needed more people. He was fresh out of that, and he was like, yeah, I'll do that. So we started that band, and like us and Balmer were like some of the early bands in this town as far as death metal, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We did that, like I said, till like 96, and then one guitar player passed away, and we just kind of moved on with other, we were already moving on musically, people were doing other stuff. Dwayne had joined Incantation at that time. Shortly after he was with us in like 94, we kept going without him for a while, till like I said, till 96. But I did that, and then that went away, and I started a band called Soulless.
Yeah, I remember.
99, 98.
Yeah, 98.
And it was more like death thrash, you know what I mean? It had the death metal stuff to it, but it was more thrashy. a lot of riffing, fast, you know.
Bloodsick before that.
Yeah, it was called Bloodsick originally. We changed the name. That was the longest band I ever had. But we just stopped doing that in 2016. So that was like almost 20 years, 18 years of that. You know, and I did little projects along the way with my friend Jim Kanya. That was in Nunslaughter that passed also.
Rest in peace,
We
Jim.
had a couple projects.
Fucking Nunslaughter, baby.
Nunslaughter. And all his other stuff.
Devil metal.
God
We
damn
did a
it, Jim
couple.
was
We
such
did a
a...
project
I
called
gotta stop.
Spawn.
I gotta
That was
stop
like
for a
a one-off
second.
project through the years.
I gotta stop for a second.
Okay, go ahead.
If I don't know if anybody watching knows who Jim Konya is, but
Jim Sadis, Jim million other last
Yeah, they
names.
call him
He was-
Sadist for Nunslaughter, but
he was one of the funniest fucking dudes I ever met. And,
oh yeah,
And you know what was funny about him? He was a little bit of a death metal snob, but he always liked IB, and I don't get it because death metal snobs hate IB. You know?
right.
But fucking Jim was great. He always made me laugh. He always had a smile for me.
Yep.
He was a great
You know,
guy. He was a great guy.
He made me laugh till day he died, dude. You know, he was always a goofball. We always joked around. We had running jokes for 20 years. I still laugh when he would say and do dumb shit.
And one of them involves internal bleeding, actually, too. When Voracious Contempt came out here, and Frank had his little point on his beard there, he used to abbreviate IB for icicle beard. Hey, man, what's up with that icicle beard, man?
That picture when he's
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, this fucking picture right here, where he's like,
Yeah. Jim the Anvil
Yeah,
Meinhardt.
It's awesome.
He used to say instead of internal bleeding, he would say IB stood for icicle beard.
Oh,
And we
that's so awesome. I love it, man.
You guys played that show at this club called the Red Eye back in the 90s, and I remember.
several shows, man.
Yeah, we remember
So
seeing it.
the first show I played at the Red Eye, okay.
Cleveland Death Fest, I think.
Yeah, I think it was the first show. I had 102 fever.
Jesus.
I
Oh,
remember
really?
that, and I was drinking gallons of orange juice on stage because I was so sick. And I think
That
that's I think there's a video of it on YouTube where Frank is like, "Yeah, we got some fucking cassettes. We got fucking this. We got fucking that. Fuck you. Fuck your mother."
He always used to say.
Yeah, he just said he was on there. I didn't know it was. I'll have to take a look at that.
Yeah, but he always say whenever his mosh parts coming up, what would he used to say?
Oh yeah, I remember it. I
used
think
to
it was at the
laugh.
Red Eye. At that show, there was the part was about to be a mosh part or whatever, and what did he say? He said, "Let's rip the floorboards out of his
Floorboards
fucking
up, yeah,
place
that
or
was a
something."
good Frank.
Yeah. Like Jim and he used to say that all through the year. If we would reference internal bleeding, he would
Tear up the fucking floorboards, man.
that
Fucking-
icicle beer. It always stuck in our head all those years, man.
But I mean, a couple of the classic shows, I remember you guys playing there, man, at the Red Eye. There was what? You guys played with Oppressor one
Yeah.
time, and Blood Coven, and Discord, and then you did the
Oppressor
Cleveland
became
Death
solo,
Fest,
right?
obviously, in '94 with Dying Fetus and Flesh Grind and all those Horror of Horrors and all those sick bands. So that was cool. And then on the way to Michigan Death Fest for '95, you guys stopped through here with Immolation and Sodomize and Hemdale opened. and then you
That was great.
Chicago on the 31st. That was March 30th. Then you played Chicago the 31st or Indiana or something. Then April 1st, you guys played up in fucking up in Michigan. So that was kick ass, dude. Good times during that era,
Oh,
dude.
yeah,
Big
man.
time.
So Paul,
It's very cool how well you know those facts and those dates.
Oh,
and
we-
you retain them, dude.
We
I
have
got
we're
somebody
photographed.
who's-
We have
We're metal
photographic
freaks,
memories,
dude. Like that era, we still mentally live in that fucking zone. You know what I mean? Like we're here existing, but we mentally still live in that zone.
Yeah,
No,
pretty
dude,
much.
I still live in. I wish this was like 06 and MySpace was still relevant. That's like where I'm still
Yeah.
currently.
Me too.
So believe me,
Yeah.
I get it.
Put a new playlist on your profile. You know, MySpace kicked Facebook's ass. I think at least, man.
Listen,
You
you
know,
guys
it's a
are
shame
cool
it
as
went
fuck. I'll put
away.
you in my top 8 tonight.
So, but yeah, a lot of good, Chris know, a lot of good history between Cleveland and Eternal Bleeding
Oh,
and a
hell
bunch
yeah,
of
man.
bands. If you were going to New York or Chicago or back and forth, like you inevitably were either passing through here or Detroit if you weren't going up to Canada and back around. You know what I mean? So,
So
a lot of
Paul,
good memories. And then all the Akron shows you guys played
Oh,
too,
yeah,
not just
man.
Cleveland.
good
Tons
stuff.
of shit.
Good stuff. So Paul, you don't have the resume that Chris has, but
Right.
you are the encyclopedia of 90s US death metal.
Yeah, before he was doing music, he was always a fan. He was always there.
Right.
I've been following him all those years anyways. He just didn't do music until...
It's funny you mentioned that, 'cause I just won
Paul knows every detail. Paul knows every detail. I'll put a story up on Facebook like, you know, there was this one show where I had to take a shit and the toilet was full, and Paul will go, 94 in Ohio at the mobile station on Grand Street.
Yeah,
he knows everything.
He probably got the flyer too.
Yeah,
man.
You probably see him posting all those old flyers. He's got stacks of them.
So Paul, how did you get
here for that?
What triggered your love of metal and death metal and being just let me interject. R.I.P. Peter Green. I know you're a big Fleetwood Mac fan like me. I was gonna wear the Mac shirt you gave me, but I forgot.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
So basically, my story, man. You know, like it comes up from that era. Like I had cousins. First of all, my dad was into like folk rock. Had a big record collection, like Kingston Trio, that kind of shit. Okay, so records and music collecting was always tolerated in our household. Then I got into like BMX, bike riding, and all that kind of stuff. And if you remember back in the day, like the skaters, the bikers, the metalheads, the punks, the hardcore guys.
What was your favorite BMX that you had?
Oh, dude, I had a 70s mongoose that kicked fucking total ass, dude. A classic mongoose. And then I jumped that thing and bent the forks all to shit and fucked that whole thing up, my one-piece cranks and everything. So then I got into, like, ordering BMX Plus magazine and all that kind of shit, and then building custom ones off of dance competition and all that kind of stuff. So I was a pretty big, you know, bike rider at the time.
Shout outs to the GT Performer.
Well, here's
GT Performer.
Speaking of GT,
that's a pretty classic bike with a gyro. You know, you gotta have it.
Here's a little.
Shout outs to Mongoose Villain.
Here's a little trivia for you. I was sponsored by GT from 1984 to 1987.
Why did you never tell me?
You want BMX racing?
Oh yeah, dude. I
I
was ranked on the East Coast and everything.
Wow.
See, I never raced competitively, but I was more into dirt jumping and that kind of shit, and just being like a hooligan around town, basically.
Oh,
so
no, I raced very competitively. I raced against Stu Thompson. I raced against Greg Hill. I raced against all those guys.
All the Red Line sponsor guys and all that shit.
Yeah, I raced against them.
Dude.
They kicked my ass. I always came in third or fourth, but those guys were like gods to me, you know?
Shout outs to Elf.
Well, you're tall, dude. You had the fucking human suspension, I'm sure, going over all that shit, right?
Everybody used to want to take jumps, and I was like, no, you don't want to take a jump. You got to keep pedaling.
Oh, in BMX, yeah.
Right, you got to keep pedaling. Yeah,
Yep.
so that was a young years. I was all about BMX. All I did, my poor father, may he rest in peace, drove me to every fucking track on the East Coast, up and down. All I did was race every freaking weekend.
It's pretty sick.
Kicks ass. So, like, anyway, man, I was born in Parma. Parma's like a little metal epicenter in Cleveland, like an offshoot of Cleveland, Ohio, a suburb. So I used to get on my bike, man, and just go down, and there were dirt jumps in this park in Parma called State Road Park. So I'd be going on there doing 360s, doing truck drivers, all that other kind of happy shit. And the Parma Senior High School was behind that. So dudes that were a few years older than me would get out of school, and back then they would come back there with a boombox party, you know, smoke, drink, bang chicks in the woods, all that kind of like just in-person hangout shit. So I was already into like Black Sabbath and all the, you know, classic rock, Metallica, Slayer, all like, not really Metallica, I never got into them, but like Slayer and all that kind of shit. The mainstream, you know, thrash type stuff.
So cool.
So all those dudes would come back there, like Brian Sekula and the dudes that were in Terror at the time, and like, you know, Dwayne and those guys were in early Decrepit. All those guys would come back there, and before they formed that, obviously, and like they would hand me flyers to all ages shows and tell me about college radio shows that were playing shit. So I kind of didn't do like a ease into the underground. I kind of went like this, like, okay, I'm into Slayer or whatever. Then it's like, okay, now I'm going to see, you know, Incantation's first Cleveland show, or I'm doing it was like directly in. But everything was all ages back then, so I could go, dude, you know, right. And I just totally sucked it up. Right. So all this whole scene of skaters and bikers and metalheads and punks and hardcore dudes would all chill at different places, including like the mall, obviously, with Camelot and Aladdin's Castle and all that kind of shit. and then going to this place in Parma called Space Invaders, which was a standalone arcade next to a head shop, and all the metalheads used to hang out there. And Ballmer's name actually came from there. So they were all hanging around, and they used to be called Corpse Grinder back in like '89. Until they found out there was another Corpse Grinder with George in it from Maryland.
Right.
You know, so then they're sitting there playing pool at Space Invaders. Like, man, we got to change our name. What do you think we should change it to? And Toby just blurry goes, "What do you think about Embalmer, man?" You know, like, all right, cool, Embalmer it is, dude. So just like that, over a pool table of Space Invaders, Embalmer was named. They changed their name from Corpse Grinder, and they only played a couple of shows, a couple good ones though, like opening for Razor and Sacrifice in 1990 and all that kind of shit. So I mean, just good times to be circulating around as a young burgeoning metalhead. Like, I would tape all the college radio shows and then rewind back to hear during the breaks who was played, and then seek that shit out. Then you start getting shit like this, and you read the thanks list, and you look at, oh, there's the fucking shirts these guys got on.
Exactly. Yeah, man.
Exactly. All the way into it, snowballs into the whole fucking deal. You know the deal, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. So
then I turned 16, got a fake ID, you know what I mean? And then I was hanging out with the older dudes, you know, I was shaving my fucking bare skin so I could grow a fucking goatee and shit. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, man, you know, what's up? You know, fucking blah, 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 16, but I'm 21, but not really. You know what I mean? But sitting there with a Budweiser getting fucked up and burning a joint out back. But just good camaraderie, good times, dude. And, you know, a lot of great shows that I got to see. You know, you were involved in some of those too as the years went on. And, you know, just a lot of great memories, and we try to keep that going now, you know, so.
So let's talk about your band.
Mm-hmm.
I can't pronounce it right, so you give me the pronunciation. Kurnugia. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
We got to have like the first Ratravor CD when it came out. It has the phonetics on it.
Yeah.
It's like Ratravor. Like, okay, Kurnugia. All right.
So
we should put that in there.
Yeah.
The first impression I get from this album, I love it. You sent it to me before it came out, Paul. I fucking love it. It is like a time warp to the early 90s. It's a complete fucking time warp. But here's the thing. You guys not only nailed, like, to me, you guys not only nailed the musical side, but even the production, it has a modern kind of production, but it still has that 90s identifiable sound to it. How did you guys? It's one of the most impressive. It's impressive. It's just,
thanks.
You know, there's a lot of bands.
Yeah,
there's a lot of bands coming out nowadays that are doing old school worship, and I can't stand. Okay, and 90% of it is because of the production, and somehow you managed to get that production that's a little bit murky and a little bit raw, but still clear. So was there a process to it, or was it the engineer you chose? Like, what was the story with
Actually, the engineer is going to be stopping by in a little bit to come join us out for deck beers here in a little bit. But I mean, basically, Noah Buchanan produced that for us, and you know, I've been working with him for a period of years. He did our last Embalmer record, Emanations from the Crypt, but he's done a lot of stuff, man. Like he shares a studio with some of the members of Midnight, and he's like the best producer in this area. Bar none. I mean, bands travel in to record with him. He's done everything from like Ringworm and Shed the Skin, Midnight, Embalmer, Kurnugia, but all the way over to deathcore stuff too. Like he's one of those producers that the type of band you are and the type of sound you want, he can, you know, custom tailor your sound to that. Now they have not only modern recording methods there too, they have like the analog mastering with the tape and all that kind of stuff, and they can add that extra element on there to it. So when we went in there, I agree with you. You know, I'm kudos to all the new bands that are out there, but being a little more aged like we all are, dude, and having the experience that we have, not everything that hits us the same way. There's a lot of retro bands that are just retro. Like, personally, I'm a little sick of the HM2 pedal, all that. You know, if you're into that, great, do your thing. Right. You know what I mean? To me, I've listened to that for fucking almost 30 years, and it just doesn't hit me as hard, you know? So when we started to do this band, I obviously wasn't an original member, and neither was Chris, but Dwayne started talking about, hey, man, you know, me and Brian used to jam in Nunslaughter together. We wanted to do a project with one of my best friends, Larry, who was actually supposed to be an Embalmer back in '92. He was almost a member, but it never happened. So he's the chief songwriter. Larry writes everything. And then, I was totally like, well, yeah, let me help you support the project, man. Totally all about it. And they wanted to take a vibe of like immolation, grave, all the different types of shit.
I hear
they
that.
were
I
into,
totally hear
but
that.
not really make it a Swedish band or make it an incantation band or make it a, you know what I mean? Just elements of that shit all mixed together.
I hear it.
Right, and so they started getting everything together, and of course I wanted to support all that, and I was fortunate enough to do guest vocals, limited guest vocals on their first 7-inch that they put out, and helped Dwayne do the layout and all that other kind of shit. So even though I wasn't in the band, I kind of been involved with it because I wanted to support the project. Cool. He printed a whole bunch of CD promos of the 7-inch. I would send those out with Embalmer shirt orders with my personal mail and correspondence and all that. So that came out, and then Chris joined in.
In 2013, I joined
for the CD EP that came out, Condemned to Obscurity, and and then that took that on, and then everything was going good. That was a step up from the first 7-inch. But Dwayne, there's no ill feelings or anything, but he was playing guitar and doing vocals, and he ended up starting a family a little later in life. He married a girl from Mexico that he brought to the United States, and they ended up having 2 children. So when you have those types of obligations at that point in your life, your time for jamming and all that kind of stuff gets a little bit limited. So he wasn't able to really commit the time anymore or anything like that. And these guys were on fire. They were like, hey, man, we're writing new shit. We got fucking 3-4 new songs. We want to keep doing it. So they reached out to me to do vocals. And, I brought Dylan along, that was jamming in Embalmer at the time and does Limb Splitter too. You know what I mean? But I had him join because I only do vocals. Dwayne did vocals and guitar, so we needed 2 members to replace 1. So we did our thing. I didn't just join and have sour grapes and all that. I actually spent about 2.5 hours on the phone with Dwayne before I committed because, it's like that. We're all brothers. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, man, I just want to let you know you're not able to do the band. I'm going to join. Cool. Blah, 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 blah.
It's the same thing here on Long Island, man. It's the same thing here on Long Island.
Yeah, it's just a courtesy call. I didn't have to do it. That's my dude, man. You know what I mean? So I'm going to call him up, make sure everything's cool on the front. And we just kind of picked it up from there and started putting everything in high gear to get the full length out that we just put out this year. So
now we played with you guys. We played with you guys when we did the Vader tour, right?
Right. At the Foundry.
Yeah, at the Foundry. Yep. That was
Yep.
You guys fucking blew my mind. I fucking watched the whole fucking show. I was like, God damn it. It's 1993 all over again.
Well, dude, and I just want to say, too, and I'm sure Chris can co-sign on this, man, we want to thank you guys for all the support, too. I mean, you know how big fans we are, of shit you guys do, and your SmokeSesh stock photos wearing our shirt, you know what I mean, and all that kind of thing. So, I mean, like, when you don't have the square in there, it's like you're sitting there fucking with the Kurnugia shirt on. So,
yeah, we appreciate
we take notice of that stuff, man. We really fucking appreciate it, bro. So, bourbon cheers over to you, man.
IB's all about helping our friends, I mean, it's you guys
have always had good shirts of bands you guys are friends with. You know what I mean? And all of your band photos, you guys always had extensive thanks lists. You guys have traded shows, done tours, done all that kind of stuff, man. So you've always been a very active band in the scene and really haven't stopped through different lineups, different eras, all that kind of shit.
Yeah, we try. It's hard, man. It's. I get a lot, it's getting hard because, like, Chris and I will get, like, bands say, we want to open for you, this and that, but we've gotten to the point where we don't have a lot of control over that anymore, which kind of sucks. It's good for us, because we're on a different level, but it kind of sucks because we can't reach out all the time.
So these days in the tour industry, you know what I mean? You got tours are pretty much booked now with almost all the openers on them. You might have a spot to put maybe a band or 2 bands that are going to play early on any given local date, but it's very rare you have like the old school 2-band package, like, or 3-band, like in '96. I was watching before you guys came on here live, like with Brian Hobby and all, you guys talk about the '96 Agora show with 6 Feet Under and all that kind of shit. You were
yelling at 6 Feet Under.
I was so pissed when that fucking came out. I never got into that 6 Feet Under at Disappoint. I went there on the day it fucking came out, and it fucking pissed me off so much. I hate that CD. But I mean, you guys kicked total ass, and that's the show where they tried to take your 25% of your merch, and then Frank stepped in. He's like, "What's up, you mooks? Take it from me, motherfucker.
That's right.
That's right. 25%. Take it from me, motherfucker.
That's
I got it."
Frank, I remember that. I remember the security guys were like, "You owe us." I forgot what the percentage was, and Frank's like, "Okay, you can have it," and then he flexes and he's like, "Come take it."
Yeah, you guys had those yellow front shirts. You had those purple fucking shirts on long sleeves. That's still one of my favorite long sleeves. Total fucking contempt on the back. I mean, that totally kicks ass, dude.
Good fucking
Love
times.
that
Chris,
shit.
you got any questions? I know, like this isn't your age category, but I know you got some.
Hit me, guys. Well, who's your favorite fucking death metal band? Hit me. Who's your favorite fucking shit of all time?
Oh, fuck.
Dude, it's tough. Well, Immolation, I would have to say, because Dawn of Possession is my favorite record ever. But I mean, like, I like such a Chris knows I like such a mix of music, dude, man. I mean, even death metal too. It's hard to say. Like, you want to pick one death metal? I could pick my favorite New York bands. I could pick my favorite Swedish bands, my favorite Finnish bands, my favorite California band, Texas band. It's like it's almost hard to fucking really nail that down because that's one thing about all of us here in Cleveland. There's a ton of us, not just me, but him, fucking Dwayne, Kanye before he passed, Matt Sorg from Shed the Skin, Ringworm. These people have fucking massive music collections. Baxter. I mean, you go to any of our houses, dude, it's like a fucking library of shit, dude, just because none of us threw anything away.
Right.
You know what I mean? Hardly any of us sold anything. So not just can we talk about it and just be like, yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite. You can go fucking pull it out. Like, hey, man, here's the red fucking spine fucking whatever. I got that. A couple of these fucking things because the thing cracked. It pissed me off. I got to have another red one. Okay, man, fucking got to have it, though.
So, Chris,
it's like,
Chris as a drummer, and the drum sound on the first Immolation album.
I love it. One of my favorites.
Craig killed it.
Insane.
Music, Harris Johns, dude. I mean, he did Persecution Mania. I mean, that was one of my favorite things growing up.
Oh
that
my
record,
God, the toms when Craig would do a roll on the toms. Oh my God, it's so brutal, so heavy. I can't believe that drum sound.
I love that they went. All the bands were going to Florida, and they said, "No, fuck that. We're going to Germany. We're going to stand out. We're going to be different."
Yeah.
To this day, that's why it's the greatest thing ever.
I love Immolation.
I love that record.
There's a million bands that sound like this band or that band, but to this day, I can't really name you a band that sounds like Dawn of Possession or sounds like that era of Immolation.
No. Rob writes amazing riffs.
Yeah, they're in their own fucking world.
Yeah, they're in their own world.
They're sick.
They're great guys. It's even better because they're the coolest dudes on the planet.
They are. And then they'll be at the show drinking fucking iced tea, and they're like, "Hey, man, what's up?"
Yeah, they don't party or nothing. It's all good. We've had our Cleveland boy in the band now for, I don't know, he's been in the band almost 15 years.
He's the longest tenured drummer now. Steve Shalati. He came from Odious Sanction.
He was a local guy,
Steve was an Odious Sanction. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So that's our Cleveland boy that, he got, he had filled in for Deeds of Flesh for a very short amount of time. And then Odious Sanction was signed briefly to Unique Leader, and then Immolation needed a drummer after Alex, that was on Closer to a World Below and all of that. He ended up getting tendonitis or some kind of problem he couldn't play. So they needed a drummer. And
Woody was working for him.
And Woody was working for him exactly, too, as their manager, Brian Woody, from Columbus, Ohio.
How is Woody? I love Woody.
Woody, right?
Yeah, he's doing good, man.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah,
Woody's the man. I love Woody.
He is.
Yeah, but he was working for Immo at that time, and he was living here. He ended up shacking up with Kanye for a while at a roommate when Jim first got a house, and he was living there. It's upstairs.
No, not shacking up.
No, I mean just roommate.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not to that level.
Yeah, no, not to that level. But he wanted to live up here because the scene was more thriving up here, and he was going on the road. He was working with Immolation. Cannibal Corpse. He started working for all these bands.
Right.
So Immolation came into that problem, and he had met Steve here and there, but then Otis wasn't really doing shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I know a guy, and he hit him up. Hey, there's an offer if you want to do it. They need somebody, and he went and tried out in New York, and that was it.
That sucks about Alex. It's
Fallen Christ kicked ass, dude. Love that band.
Yeah, Fallen Christ was great. You should ask Frank Rini if you talked to him about the time he had a fight with Ronnie from Fallen Christ. I'm not gonna go into the details, but he scared the shit out of Ronnie. But
that's the way I imagine that would end up.
But I feel for Alex, dude. I have a bad shoulder. It's affecting my guitar playing. I'm 53 years old. I need surgery. But I'm not gonna. I can't stop. I just can't. I can't stop.
Still got some unfinished business.
Yeah, I got unfinished business, and this guy won't let me stop. So
You can't yet.
Yeah, I mean, what am I going to do?
Well, you can't, man.
But I'm in pain.
Yeah,
I'm in pain all the time. Sucks.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, but he was a killer drummer, man.
Alex
you know,
was
and
great.
another Greek. I think he was another Greek like us. You know what I mean? So I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was.
He was a fellow
Dude,
Malacca?
the Fallen Christ, yeah, fellow Malacca, exactly. So I mean, I was lucky to see them. I think it was one of Tom Pasquale's fest. He was doing those death stocks, I think, back in the day, and I think I came out to New York and used to come out and see some shows back in the '90s and shit. And I think they opened up one time.
God, I hate that
for
guy.
some show.
I hope, I hope he's living a miserable life somewhere.
You know, Tom.
Yeah.
Dude, we all know what happened to him over the years.
He burned a lot of bridges.
Burned a ton of bridges, dude.
What the fuck with him, dude? He started shitting all over IB. I'm like, what did I do?
Dude, I was hanging out at the old Duffs with Ed Farsty and all those guys, and I came down, and anytime I come from Cleveland, the one time he goes, hey, man, you know what, we're going to have a barbecue for you at Duffs, dude, because you're coming from Cleveland, you're our boy, fucking blah, blah, blah. He's like, we're going to have steak. Why don't you go to the store and buy the steak? It's like, hey, asshole, we're going to have a barbecue for me, fucking for steak, and I'm going to go fucking down to Whole Foods down there in Manhattan or whatever and go buy the fucking steak. Yeah, okay, Tom, fuck off, you know?
Hey.
Like,
We gotta wrap it up because we gotta do our hot sauce challenge. So
not looking forward to it.
Not looking forward to it.
That's why I've been silent. I'm horrifying anxiety over it right now.
So I want you guys give me a let's have a promo. Let's talk about promoting your album.
All right, so we got the new album is out. Okay, so before that we had a split 7-inch that's available from Haunted Hotel. That's with our boys at Surgical, which has Steve-O from Impetigo in that band as well, and Ash from Faith Extractor and a bunch of other people. So this is available from Haunted Hotel. We got the new album, Forlorn and Forsaken, and this is available. This was put out on Memento Mori. You can get that from our Bandcamp. Just look Kurnugia up on Bandcamp. You can get it there. Any U.S. distro, a bunch of them have it now, so it's in stock and available. Memento Mori if you're in Europe and you're watching. Head Split, if you're one of these cassette guys, because cassettes are hot now again, you know. Head Split Records out of Portland, they put our cassette out. So it's got a 10-page inlay. You got full lyrics. You got thanks lists. You got band photos. I mean, it's a complete thing. You're not going to buy a CD or a tape from us and get
Is it a chrome cassette?
It's a chrome cassette with imprint on shell, bro.
Oh, nice.
Shell and colored tape.
Nice.
Yeah,
that is pretty sick.
No fucking around, you know.
Yeah.
Send a Sace for sure reply. All right.
Are you guys? Do you have an Instagram? Do you have an Instagram page? Do you have a website? Like what? How can people contact you?
We have Facebook.
Just look us up on Facebook. Facebook.com/Kurnugia.
We have a Big Cartel page, and we have a Bandcamp.
So any of those you can find us on, or go to our Facebook page. You can link it all, or YouTube videos. If you check out the album, all the links are in all the videos too.
Yeah.
We're on Spotify, all that happy shit. So I mean, you want to go check us out. There's multiple avenues. We're an old school band that finds all the fucking new avenues to get our shit out there. So there's multiple ways you can listen to us, cop a copy, support the band, grab a shirt, all that other kind of stuff.
All right. Last question, Paul. What's the latest with the Into the Oven boys with Unbomber? What's going on?
All right, well, with the Into the Oven boys, we got an album that's going to be coming out. We just got the cover artwork done. Juanjo Castellano, everybody knows him. He's cool. But we have all the music and the rhythms and the drums are all recorded. The only thing that's left to do is punch in the leads and the vocals. So Tony Tipton's going to be producing that one. So me and Brian are going to be going down over the next 2 weeks, actually 2 weeks from now, and start. I'll probably do 4 or 5 songs on vocals over a couple of days, and he'll punch in some leads. Then I'll go back and do another few songs, and Don will do his leads. So we're going to get it recorded, probably over the next month and a half, I would say, by the time we make trips down to see Tony, and then it'll be all in the Hell's Headbangers' hands, and we'll set a release date for it for early 2021. But another thing to mention too, for the Kurnugia, Hell's Headbangers is going to be putting out the vinyl. The way this deal came out pretty much is before I joined the band, they had already signed to Memento Mori, so we didn't really shop the record. So Memento Mori was a CD only label. So then I leveraged my buddy Dylan at Head Split to put the tape out.
Nice.
And then talk to the Hells guys. Like, we want to put a vinyl out too, man. You know the quality those guys do. So we'll get a nice gatefold, fucking colored vinyl release for this too. But the way that the vinyl plants are going right now, they're saying like January or February of next year because the shit's backed up so fucking bad.
All right,
but it is coming.
So, I got to mention your drummer from Embalmer.
Roy.
Yeah, I think Roy is Roy older than me?
He's 55, 1965 he was born.
Roy's older than me, man.
Sick.
God bless him.
Yep. Roy's a fucking blast master.
Roy is one of the few inspirations I have. So like, I have some inspirations like Tony Iommi because he's like 70 whatever and he still plays. Roy is still beating the drums and he's older than me. Like that shit keeps me going. Please tell him I said hello.
I will.
All right.
We'll jam Tuesday, man. I'll pass it along.
Much respect to him. He's kept shit together. He's a quiet guy, a very humble guy, and I really respect him a lot. And we all respect him a lot. And he doesn't stop. I mean, that's just
nope.
I think
and Brian and the shit Brian's writing these days, man, is not like just typical tremolo picked fucking 90s like into the oven style death metal. I love that, you know what I mean? But it's no bullshit. He's getting pushed to the limit, and that motherfucker comes to practice like fucking ready to go, dude. And it's like, okay, let's do it again. Fucking boom,
awesome.
Gets that fill down, gets all the shit, and he's got to have that energy. He's a hard hitter, 1 foot blaster, classic style death metal drummer, grind drummer, you know, and I'm happy to be doing a mix of both bands. Like Embalmer's more death grind, classic style. Kurnugia is more old school, straight up death metal. So as far as a guy like me that grew up watching Embalmer and watching Decrepit and watching all these bands, being friends with all these dudes, I couldn't be happier being the guy in the front, you know what I mean, for both of those bands, fucking kind of living out my fucking, you know, dreams or whatever, just being on stage and keeping the shit going, playing a part in it, you know?
Awesome, dude. Well, thanks a lot, guys. We appreciate it.
Before we go, I want to plug a couple quick things, man, just with our boys. Vadiat, Brian Sakula, okay, check that band out. Doomy ass fucking death metal, Sheds of Skin, great stuff. Dan Spano produced it on Hell's Headbangers.
New album on Hell's Headbangers.
Matt Sword, Kyle from Incantation, bunch of good shit. So definitely check out Shed the Skin.
Kyle's the man, dude. I love Kyle. Kyle's the man.
That's my boy forever, man.
Cheers out to our boys at Sanguis Ugabog too for just signing to Century Media. So they're on they're major label boys now. That's so awesome. I don't know if you knew that, but they're on that now off of Maggot Stomp and on to Century Media. That's my boy Devin down there in Columbus and that whole crew. So, you know, Caveman Riffs are on the rise, so they can do their thing, man. They're major label now. So there you go. Man.
You guys have a good night.
You too, man. Brothers. Thanks for having us on.
All right.
Cheers.
Yeah, man. Cheers.
Yep.
Metal. All right. So
I am fucking mortified right now about these fucking witnesses.
Still on.
Let's do it. It's time to do it.
Still on?
Oh.
No, they're gone.
Yeah, I'm horrified about this next.
All right, so here we go.
That's why I've been quiet for the last 25 minutes, honestly. Oh, brother. All right, bust them out. We got nugs.
Get the first sauce.
Oh, fuck.
Why don't we go with the worst first?
Oh. Let's try this one first. What do we got? Island Style by Humboldt Hot Sauce. It's too much. That's enough. That's enough. All right.
Wait. Cheers.
What's in that one?
Oh, that's good.
No, it's actually delicious.
It's very good. It's hot.
Onions, pineapples, yellow bell peppers, habanero, guava, banana, mango. All right, that one's fine.
This is good.
Yeah, keep that out. How's it going?
All right, so this is Humboldt hot sauce.
Island style.
It's got a kick.
Hot, but it's not brutal.
But it's got a little bit of a fruity undertone to it.
Banana's good.
Yeah.
Evens it out.
Yeah, this is real nice.
All right, good God.
Go Lucky Dog next.
Let's see.
Next one is Lucky
Shake that
Dog.
one up. That one's a little liquidy.
I can't read. You read it.
This one is Trinidad Scorpion with peaches and roasted garlic.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's going to be fucked up.
Oh, that's good. Hot, but not too hot.
This one's fine and delicious. Oh, shit. That's really good, though.
That is really good. I don't know, Anthony. This one's pretty damn good.
Ooh.
It's got a kick, but it has a lot of layers to it, which is really nice. Ooh, this is really good.
Delicious.
Can you pick up the peach? I'm picking up the peach. That's really nice.
Absolutely delicious. Put the cap back on so we don't spill it.
Yeah.
Then we good on some fucking some shrimp too.
Oh, shrimp is a good idea. This says heats a peach, and you can taste the peach in this one. This is really nice.
All right, this is OG original by
sweating.
Charman. Chilies, water, vinegar paste, salt, vinegar, just the shit you want. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Do it.
I'm heating up a little bit.
I'm heating up too. Cheers. I'm not a big fan.
That'll be good on some eggs, like an egg sandwich.
Okay. I'm not. It's a little astringent to me. It has a nice kick, but it's a little astringent.
Very warming in a good way.
Definitely warming.
Delicious. That would be great on an egg sandwich.
Okay. Not a big fan of that one. No. Yep. What is this?
Purple hippo hot sauce,
Shake it.
prickly pear, and scorpion pepper. Oh fuck. That one's fucking delicious.
Yeah, that's good. Which one was that? This one?
Prickly pear and scorpion pepper.
This
That's
is-
hot as fuck.
It's hot, but it's very three-dimensional, right? I mean, there's a lot of flavor in there.
Like I want to put that on more wings.
That's really good. Matter of fact, I'm taking a fingerful.
He's going for it.
That's really good. It's hot. Not scorch your brains hot, but has a lot of flavor to it. Okay, so this is our number one, I think, right?
As far as the real hot shit goes, that's good.
Yeah, this is really good.
Oh fuck. All right. This one is literally called Unholy Trinity. Ghost, Scorpion, Reaper. All right. I'm not gonna put a lot on.
You can load me up.
All right, then go for it. Give me that one. No.
All right, this is the one that made my nephew
Good luck.
crawl on the floor. Good luck.
It's delicious. Take the tray and do all of them at once. Oh fuck.
Wow, that's hot. Woo! But it's tasty.
But it tastes great for the first 10 seconds.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to have more. I'm going to pile on some more. Wow.
Woo!
Oh, that comes in pretty nasty after. Woo! Here we go. I got a nice amount on here now.
The plate has all of it. So I'm just going to put a little bit on all of it. Oh my God.
That is scorching. I got to tell you, this one is my favorite. The purple hippo.
Holy fuck.
That's good. You all right?
Oh yeah.
Good
Holy
thing I'm
shit.
drunk because I can't feel anything.
I've had hotter, but that's pretty bad.
I'm going with my favorite personally right now is the Angry Goat Pepper Purple Hippo. I think it's the most flavorful, but god damn it, this unholy trinity builds in heat like you wouldn't believe. I am starting to sweat.
Oh, brother.
Yeah. Wow. That unholy trinity is brutal. This is brutal. It's tasty though, right?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it's hot. It's hot. Woo. Oh boy. Woo. Anthony, you scored some good stuff,
Woo.
man. I'm going with
Shout outs to Anthony Cochran
I'm going with this one.
for fucking my day up.
That's my favorite. Chris, what's your favorite?
I think I like the prickly pear one.
All right, so where's the prickly pear?
Is that the same one you just did? Yeah, this one.
Yeah. So both of us agree that the purple hippo's the best.
Holy fuck.
The unholy trinity is brutal. Chris is dying. I'm on my way to dying. It keeps building.
Oh, brother.
Yeah. That's pretty brutal.
Top 2 or 3 hottest things I've ever eaten, no question. One time,
Chris has milk. You got to drink your milk, dude.
one time at the New York Hot Sauce Fest, opening year 2013, Derek Prince doused us with some fucking scorpion pepper, Trinidad chili, fucking. I don't even remember what the fuck was in it.
And Chris is gone. We lost him. But I'm here. I'm sweating. I'm dying. It was brutal. This unholy trinity is nasty. It'll fuck you up. I'll have some more.
I got milk.
That's good.
Oh, brother.
Oh, yeah.
What time is it?
Almost time to end.
We're cutting it off in 5 minutes.
So I hope you guys like this show. Chris is dying. If you guys want to go to his funeral, it'll be at Maloney Funeral Homes in Comac.
Five's family funeral home.
Five's family.
Holy fuck.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Do you drink milk or is that in the cheese family?
I'm okay. I have a lot of bourbon. I have a lot of whiskey in me, so I'm okay.
You just asked me a question.
We know our favorites. What are you doing tomorrow? Laundry?
Yeah, laundry. Did Sunday's laundry. Wash the whip. Wash the beamer.
All right, so
Probably have diarrhea.
God damn, man, this unholy trinity does not stop burning. It really doesn't stop burning, and it's like what you know how you have that you pot smokers have that creeper weed that like you smoke it and then it hits you.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah,
It's actually starting to fade for me now. Look at the milk. But
this unholy trinity tastes great on the first taste, and then after a little while, the heat keeps building and
like you're
building.
supposed to put one drop of that in a whole batch of fucking coleslaw and this
Yeah,
whole thing. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's pretty brutal. So
That's unbelievable.
yeah, it's good. I'm sweating like a fucking pig. Anthony, thank you so much, brother. We appreciate the hot sauces, man. They were great.
Thanks to Chris and John for calling in.
Thanks to all you for watching. We'll spend, we got 5 more minutes. Anybody's got any questions?
Shout outs to Brutal Glass. I can't really smoke weed right now.
You're dying.
Holy fuck.
So if anybody's got any questions for the last 5 minutes,
BrutalGlass.com for all your death metal fucking water pipe needs. They got some fucking new Gandalf pipes in, I saw.
Do they?
Yeah, I saw online. Holy fuck.
Joe, I didn't make it to Carlisle this year. I had a lot of problems. I don't want to go in them. I'm going down to the beach tomorrow
Carlisle
with the Barracuda.
maybe.
Yeah, right. No Carlisle for me this year, unfortunately. I had a lot of things I needed to buy, too, and I couldn't do it, so. Whatever.
What the hell is Carlisle?
It's a car show.
Oh.
What is the best IB tour?
That I ever did?
Yeah, what's the best IB tour that you did?
I guess the Vader tour.
Yeah, I think the best IB tour was the Vader tour. I would say the 6 Feet Under.
It was the most, I mean, you guys, yeah, that one probably crushed for you guys.
Yeah, the 6 Feet Under tour was great, but I like the Vader tour more because I was more confident.
It was
in
cathartic after the Billy situation.
Yeah.
And it was cool to get out there and shit, and the crowds were awesome.
Cuba, there's no news on the cattle tour. They keep trying to book it,
Wow.
and the
Wow.
the clubs just don't want to take the shows. It's just not happening. You know what? Sucks, but that's the way it is. It's just the way it is. You all right?
Oh my God. Noah from World of Pain checking in. Yes, that is me, my friend. It's actually Ill Bill.
What's your favorite thing from Buc-ee's beside the beaver nuggets? I like the brisket. I gotta tell you, I love the brisket.
I'm gonna pronounce it wrong, but I think it's a colache.
I like that every time you leave Buc-ee's and you pay for
It's like a bagel with a sausage built into it.
I like
Holy
it.
fuck, dude. That is the hottest shit. That might be the hottest shit I've ever eaten.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
All right. I'm sweating.
Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
this is the unholy trinity is
Ah.
pretty brutal. If you guys can't handle, if you want hot,
I'll use all 4 of the other sauces later tonight while I'm cooking. I'm not even kidding. I'll probably never eat that other one again.
I like the unholy trinity. It's hot. I'm sweating.
Like you put 1 drop of that in a bowl of chili.
My dad would love that. May you rest in peace. My dad would love
Holy
this.
fuck, that's the hottest shit I ever ate, dude. Oh, brother.
So, that's where we're at. We're looking
This was the Smoke Sesh with Chris and Chris. It was brought to you by Brutal Glass, but this week it was brought to you by Dairy Pure. This is actually not a joke. I have to take a shower.
Thanks, guys, for joining us. We love you all, and we'll see you next week if Chris.
This sucks ass.
If Chris survives, I don't know if he's going to survive this.
Oh my God.
He can't handle it.
I'm seeing double. I'm seeing 2 really handsome guys on the computer screen right now.
Are you? That's me and you.
Love you, baby.
Love you too.
See you next week.
Yep. All right, guys. Have a good night. We love you guys. Cheers.
Holy fuck.
The smoke shack. Yeah, R.I.P. Chris. Well, actually, my eyes just started burning and my ears are on fire. So
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy. Anthony, love you, brother. Thank you so much for the hot sauce. My eyes are on fire.
My eyes, they're
They're burning. I don't know. I don't understand. We're dying over here. We're gonna leave it off with this, and you just guys have a good night. Thank you.
Shout out.